And I was going to wait a little while still before I made another one. But circumstances being the way they are, I felt that I needed to come down here and just go ahead and do this one. This is going to start out as a rant, so if this isn't you, disregard. If it is, listen carefully. The last video I did was in the early part of June, and something happened then at that time that gave me the reason or the decision to stop doing this, what I've been doing, and for a little while. But it wasn't solely on me. That was the reason to stop. But I'm on here tonight, and I'm going to rant. First, I'm going to rant about the visitors. I've had visitors here drive up to my house. Hey, we're here, totally unannounced in the country. You guys need to realize that this frightens my family, and it's totally unacceptable. I understand that people have desperate, dire situations, and without being able to email me or get me to help you do whatever it was you had to do, you felt the need to come to my house. I've had 8 visitors since the summer just show up totally unannounced. That is not going to happen anymore. I hate to be this way, but the next person that comes up to my house, just thinking you're going to stop in all unannounced and shit, I'm going to get Daryl on you. I may not be able to keep a gun around here, but I don't need a gun. Daryl didn't need a gun. You've been on the conference calls, and I spoke briefly about it in a video and on Telegram. What happened was I was approached by an agent, and around to make this story short, I was approached by an agent of the Treasury. I tried to find out where's my money? Where's my money from this contract? My ex-wife used the contract in the bankruptcy. It's real. The contract from the conditional acceptance, the underlying security agreement. Y'all are familiar with that if you've seen my the Supreme Court video in my playlist on my channel. I would suggest going and watching both of them if you're curious about what's happening. That's coming to a head too. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and watch those videos. They're good. The Court of Criminal Appeals and the Supreme Court. We're going to win this. This is going to be overturned. I spoke with a lawyer for a couple hours last Monday. She's really convinced of what's about to happen. To the point, I think she's even willing to work with me in the post-conviction relief. I've written it already, but I may have to change it some, depending on what the decision of the Supreme Court is. But to get away from that, I was working with a letter of credit, like I was talking about when I stopped making the videos, and the person was wanting to find out what happened to the letter of credit, and they wasn't getting anywhere with it. So I got the phone number of the individual they had contacted, and I asked them, where's my money? And within a week, I was talking to an agent that helps banks, a treasury agent that helps new banks get started up. And they asked if I'd be willing to learn how to be a international private bank. That's how you're going to get your money. Chris, you ain't getting your money. Yeah, you're not getting we're not going to give you a check for 132.6 million. But if you're willing to learn how to be an international private bank, will allow you to use that money as collateral for the loans that you're going to make out. So I get mine back and I get to keep the money in the long run. That's kind of a long story too. But I met with this guy, and for 11 weeks, I studied really hard in a 1,000-page manual. I'm the first person he's ever worked with that wasn't a public accountant. So I had a lot to learn. And then it took a couple weeks studying the paperwork, how to file. That's all gone. He asked me if I'd stop doing, that they'd be willing to teach me the stuff if I would stop social media. That was on a Monday before Father's Day weekend. And by Tuesday morning, everything I had was gone. I wasn't in Telegram anymore. My Signal was gone. They got past I got Norton 360. They got past it on my phone and wiped even my contact list out. If I hadn't had 3 numbers, I wouldn't have been connected with any of y'all. And I gradually got that back. I was pissed off. But it's something that they wanted to ensure that I wouldn't do. Because I had to study. I had to spend a lot of time working, 15, 16 hours a day. I live in the office now. And look, y'all, this isn't a freaking trailer. Okay? I've had a few people still think I'm living in a trailer. I'm not living in a trailer. I'm living in a 4-bedroom ranch home. 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 4-bedroom ranch on a small piece of land. I got my vehicles, and I'm not living in a freaking mansion. I don't need a mansion. When y'all realize you get a bunch of money, you're going to realize that you don't need one either. All you need is a house big enough to take care of. But anyway, so I spent quite a bit of time with this guy and learned the process. But not only did I learn the technical terms, the rocket scientist part of this new banking system, but I've also had to learn to adjust it to make it easier for the layman to understand. I was quizzed for almost 4 hours by 8 agents of the Treasury in a Zoom conference. Now, yeah, that was a weird experience. And I'm writing a format. I'm formatting it right now to teach it to people. Their intention is to, all you guys that got your contracts in, your conditional acceptance contracts and contracts with the Treasury, and from what I understand, there's some 1099As being held in an office that's being formed right now to handle what it is that we're doing. I intend to make loans at first to the people that are going to be in a foundation. I'm creating a foundation to teach new bankers, basically, how to bank. Because, see, if y'all read the instructions, this is my bad. If y'all read the instructions on the 1099A, it says who must file. Financial institutions is one of those. Private financial institutions is one of those. So in order to handle all these 1099As that they've got, they need us. They need us to make loans. They need us to do a lot of things. There's a lot of things that folks are going to learn through this process. And at first, they're going to give me the contracts of the people that they want to start banking first. And then I'm going to ask for my people, who I want, because those are the people that are probably going to be, most of them anyway, are going to be in my foundation. And we're going to teach you all how to do this. These loans that we're going to be able to give are going to be 1099-A loans. You're going to say, Chris, I need a loan. Okay, what do you need? I need $2 million. Okay. I'm going to send you a contract. I'll overnight your contract. You'll sign it, send it back to me. You will be giving me your power of attorney to write a 1099-A, with the Treasury being the lender, you, the beneficiary, being the borrower. I'm going to be your trustee. I'm going to even sign your beneficiary signature on the back. You're going to give me your power of attorney to do it. I'm going to charge a percentage. You want $2 million? I'm going to write the 1099-A out for $2,100,000. That's how I'm going to get paid. As soon as I get the contract back, I'm going to have a direct link with the Treasury. And what'll happen at that point is I'll send them an electronic copy of your 1099-A, and I'll follow that up by putting it in the mail. That money will come to my account. I'll take my $100,000 and I'll send you your $2 million to your account. Or if you want a check, I'll cut you a bank check. However you want to do that. Now, when I do the 1099-A, I am not going to check box 5. And then in a year, you'll come back and say, Chris, I can't pay this loan. Okay, I'm going to do a 1099-C on this. Cancel the debt. Now people would think, well, how are you going to, how's that supposed to work? Well, you've been borrowing money from your own trust since you started making loans. It's just that instead of me making the interest off of you, I'm getting a one-time shot. Boom, you're done. And I'm going to cancel your stuff. That money's going to be spent into the economy. You're going to do something with that $2 million. I don't know what you're going to do. I don't even care what you're going to do. Start a business. Build a house. Buy a yacht. I don't care. That's not important to me. What's important to me is in a year's time, you call me back. I can't do this. Can't pay this one time. One time your payment's going to come due in 364 days. And you're going to come to me, oh, I got the money. I can't pay this. Okay, we can discharge this. We can cancel this with 1099-C. That's how that's going to work. And I know I'm about to be inundated with everybody wanting to be in the foundation, or I've read all kinds of resumes. I've got a pretty good idea how I want this set up. I don't know. I've got a few people picked out for who I think would be great in different departments of this foundation. I want to get this foundation up. I want to get it running. I want to get it, once it's running smooth, 3 or 4 or 5 years from now, I'm stepping out. Let somebody else take over. This foundation may even split and create other foundations of its own. I'm not sure exactly how that'll all go. But this is beneficial. It's beneficial for you. It's beneficial for me. It's beneficial especially for the government. They're going to get their 35% from your contract. Then they're going to put your money back. And you'll be able to bank. You'll make other people's money. You'll sit on your money and make other people's money. That's how the banks get rich. They sit on theirs and they get money from you. So that's how this is going to go down. I'm not quite sure when I'm going to get the okay, but I've done everything that I could possibly do. And my agreement with them was to stay out of social media. 1, so I could concentrate on what I was doing. And 2, they couldn't keep up with us. You guys were learning something new every week, and they couldn't keep up with that. So this gave them a chance to catch their breath, and it gave me a chance to study a lot of material. Now, how this goes forward, I got an idea. I'm not in jail, as you guys can tell. I'm in a little different location. I've had to commandeer the whole building here. It's no longer the school. It's no longer the gaming pad. It's strictly my office. I also have a bed down here because this is where I'm at all the time. So, look, y'all, don't come to my house. Do not come to my house. You're not going to like it. I promise you, you're not going to like it when you show up at my house. You're not going to like it when you call my house. Because y'all know this. Most of y'all know this. Because people that are calling me they'll say, I know you say don't call. So that tells me you knew not to call. So it's going to be your balls in the vice when you do this. There are 58,100 subscribers. That's a lot of subscribers. And there's almost 2.5 million views. Now, I know that's not, somebody's going to make the comment, well, that's not accurate. It probably isn't. But it's a lot. And so I know I'm about to be overwhelmed with all kinds of stuff, but I'm not in prison. I'm not dead. I am having some health issues, but I'm alive. I'm breathing. Went and did some aqua aerobics today, trying to do a little better. I'm in a weight loss program now, so trying to get a little healthier here. So that's what I'm doing. A little bit of this, mostly a lot of this, and a little bit of that. I get a call when it's time to eat. Come on up and get you something to eat. Yeah. So look, folks, nobody's gave me any money. No one. Not a single person out here can ever say that they gave me a red cent for doing what I do. I do this for free. I have been doing it all year. This is over a year now I've been at this. So, I do this for free, but not always. When my bank is up, Chris ain't doing this for free anymore. I'm going to get some of your money, and you're going to pat me on the back, give me a hug, whatever it takes. You're going to be happy to pay me when that time comes, because it's never going to go from your hand to mine. Also, the W4 sandwich. I wasn't much into that as this has gone by, but I have been in contact with a few folks who are claiming there's a lot of success with that. So I asked, and there's some W4s in the Treasury right now, along with the 1099As, along with the contracts, and we're going to figure out other ways. We're going to figure out other ways to contract with the Treasury, because that's what they want. They want a percentage of that money. It's like getting taxes from the rich guy, and the rich guy's not sheltering it, like Donald Trump and the rest of those rich folks. They don't pay taxes because they shelter it all. They know how to get around it. We're going to give it to them. So that's where this is at. Now, I know there's a bunch of gurus out here that they're going to all have something to say. And before this is all over, I'm sure quite a few people are going to use this recording. But these gurus never prove anything. They stipulate and they speculate but they never prove anything. He's full of shit. Okay, well, how is he full of shit? Show me some proof. And they're riding my jock. Okay, so what does that tell you? But the W4, I've watched this unfold since last spring, and they're always changing. The directions for doing them have been changed considerably. So this has started out trial and error. Well, that didn't work. Let's try this. What I do know about this is people are saying don't sign. Don't sign the documents. Yes, sign the documents. Sign without prejudice and use your beneficiary signature. Yes, the W-4 sandwich in the 1040 is an income tax filing. It's an income tax filing. I know this to be a fact. I know that you need to sign them. Sign them without prejudice and with your beneficiary signature. Remember, that gets them contracting that they agree that this is a trust action which you're the beneficiary of. Without prejudice is reserving your rights. Do not white out anything on those documents. Do not alter those documents. Sign them without prejudice with your beneficiary signature. The reason you're going to do that is when you sign them without prejudice, if they want to come back on you with anything, well, I signed it without prejudice. I'm reserving my rights to withdraw and by doing that, you can withdraw the signature at any time. If you do not sign those, they will not work. They will not come back. They need that signature. That signature is what generates the funds. The money's not created until you sign it. Like a check. Try and cash a check without signing it. You understand? When you white it out, you're altering the document. Don't do that. Don't do that. Well, you signed under penalty of perjury. Yeah, but I signed without prejudice. So that covers you there. If you're doing those things and you're getting them back with a frivolous filing, that's more than likely why. These things seem to really be working well with criminal cases. Some people are having their cases dropped. I was talking to my prison buddy there tonight, and I explained it to him why that works the way it does. In a criminal case, they're going after the penal bonds. You're saying, look, I made money on these penal bonds, and the case is created in your name. The bonds are created in your name. I'd like to pay the taxes on these, but I don't know how much they are. Well, they're going to audit the court to find out how much they are. And the court's not going to be able to pay the taxes on it. So they're going to abandon the bonds. When the bonds are abandoned, so is the case. When the bonds don't exist anymore, neither does the case. So what'll happen at that point, because you've asked the IRS to audit this for you, you've made them your trustee in a fiduciary obligation. What they'll do is do a 1099-A for abandonment of secured property. They'll go get the bonds, they'll take their cut, and should send you yours. Just as if you made $100,000 last year and sent them a check for $100,000, do my taxes and figure out, get what's yours and send me the rest. They'll send you a return. That's what you'll be getting, is a return. Any money from the Treasury through the IRS will be a return. Yes, it's a freaking 1040. It's a filing for an income tax. So I'm sure the guys out there that started all this, oh, you don't know what yeah, I do. I know exactly why those sandwiches are failing. My guy in the Treasury didn't know a whole lot about it when I asked him, but he came back and made some suggestions. And the suggestions are, sign the damn things and don't use whiteout. So do it however you want. I wish y'all much success. The case, the Supreme Court case, hasn't been decided yet. They're holding off. They don't know what to do with this. They're afraid to side with the Supreme Court is afraid to side with the appellate court and the petty court on the matter. If they do, it's going to go to the Supreme Court. But I've spoken to the attorney, the only one that had power of attorney through the whole thing. She actually told me that none of those lawyers in the trial had power of attorney to do what they did. Oopsie. She's also spoken with a lot of civil lawyers who know the UCC and told her that she was spot on in her UCC argument. And they all said there's no way in hell that those documents were forged. And even one of the justices, if you listen into the Supreme Court case, one of the Emma Tennant, the gray-haired defendant lady, who was in defense of my trust, she quoted a case that one of the justices wrote in 2011 that said the UCC1 has no value. Whoopsie, there goes the classy felony forgery over $250,000. Unless she wants to backpedal on the case from 2011. So it's not going to, half of our cases, half of our accounts are going to be dropped. They just don't know how to do it. She said she wouldn't doubt it if they approached me with a substantially large settlement and all my other buddies, just to get us to, shut up about the whole thing. Don't say anything, sign a confidentiality statement. So, yeah, that's looking really good. I'm about to own them. I'm about to own this freaking state. So, but that's pretty much it, folks. Watch these videos. I'm going to label this one, watch this one first, because I want people to see this first hopefully, before they start watching the other ones and get scammed. If this is the first of my videos or one of the first you're watching, think about the questions that you're asking me from these videos in the comments. Write them down, because probably the next video you watch, you're going to get your answer. That's all too common. Hey, Chris, what about this? 2 hours later, hey, forget about that last comment. It's answered. You're going to get that. Watch these videos. When it comes time to, I'm probably going to create a test. With questions that I'm going to randomly pull from these videos. Because if you can't pay enough attention to answer the questions, then how are you going to pay attention when I start breaking this banking information out? So I'm going to create a test. I haven't got to it yet. I want to figure out how to do the course. It's not going to be on here. There's no way I'm going to put this banking course on YouTube. It's not going to happen. I'm probably going to put you up to a test. If you guys want a heads up, there are a few things you can look into. One of them is the Treasury Financial Manual, the TFM, Treasury Financial Manual. Read volumes 3 and 4. There's also, what is it? CFR 12, volume 1, part 7. Read that. This is all stuff that you can get yourself started with. Learn that. There's a big job. If you want to learn how to be a bank, you got a lot of learning to go. You do. This isn't going to be easy. Even when I dumb it down, it's still going to be hard. And I'm probably going to start out with small Zoom classes at first. And then as that gets refined, I'll probably figure a course up that you'll be able to do online. I don't know if I'm going to create a website or what to do about that, but that's down the road a little bit. But look, if you can't follow simple instructions, call my freaking house and then turn around and send me an email asking to be in the foundation, or asking me to give you a loan, or asking me to show you how to be a bank. Hang that freaking shit up, cuz it ain't happening. I'm going to start marking down the names of the boneheads that want to slide by my house or call my home. I'm going to start getting y'all. And you'll be the last ones to get served, if that even happens at all. So that's the way it's going to be. If you, and I know, folks, that a lot of the information I share in these videos, and I ramble. I've had somebody tell me, I love your information and everything, but you ought to break it down. It's too long. You get off on tangents and rants. Well, that's the way I am. One of those tangents might be the question on your test. So, watch them, learn them. Cause this isn't just about getting some free shit from your 1099A or getting a loan or being a bank. This is about learning how to act when you get around these freaking people. I've talked to a lot of people that have followed the directions that I've shared, and have went in and dumbfounded the judge. Bob, I was talking to Bob the other night. Landlord tried to hook him up. Wanted to sue him for $3,000. He ended up walking out with a $900 check, all because he said he was the beneficiary and they were the trustees. So there's a lot in these videos that you can learn. I've shared the habeas corpus with quite a few people. There's information in that habe that you need to know. Even if you're not in jail or ever been to jail or even know someone who's in prison, you want to help try and get out. There's information in there that if you learn it, you'll know who you are. That's what this is all about. That's what I started this about. To wake the frig up, people. Realize who you are and where your power comes from and where you're going. How you shut these people down. Bob walked out with a big old smile on his face. Swinging a huge Richard. Look at that guy walking away. That's the biggest nuts I've ever seen in the courthouse. That's the way that'll do you. But yeah, here I go on another tangent. So, but look, y'all, that's where this is going. If you can't follow simple instructions, you're not going to follow hard ones. But thanks for listening to me tonight. Missed this. I did. I missed the Q&As I was doing with y'all, although some of them were pretty lengthy. It's what it is, man. You don't have to sit in front and binge watch this shit. You're gonna have plenty of time. Listen, put your earbuds in, listen to it at work if you can. Or if you're just sitting around. Learn this, man. It's important. But that's pretty much it, folks. I don't know when I'm going to make another video because I stay so freaking busy. It's crazy. It's bad when you go 3 days and you realize, man, I ain't even had a shower. What the hell have I been doing? Because I'm in here munching out on, I don't even want to leave the house. My cabin. Yeah, and it's starting to get cold, guys. Next one you see me, and I'll probably be wearing a hoodie. But peace and love, y'all. Peace and love.